He faced an empire without raising a sword. He inspired millions through peace, not violence. But in the end, he was silenced by a bullet. This is the story of Mahatma Gandhi. Who was Mahatma Gandhi? To the world, he became the face of India's nonviolent fight for freedom. A lawyer, a leader, and a spiritual force who changed the course of history. But his journey began humbly in a small coastal town in India. Born Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi on October 2, 1869, in Porbandar, British India, Gandhi grew up in a devout family. His father was a respected chief minister, his mother deeply religious, often fasting and teaching her children spiritual discipline. Young Gandhi, he was shy, painfully so. As a teen, he couldn't even sleep without a light on. In a brief phase of rebellion, Gandhi strayed from his values. He smoked. He ate meat. Once, he even stole money from a servant, a decision that haunted him with guilt. Though Gandhi dreamed of becoming a doctor, his father pushed him toward law, hoping he'd enter politics one day. At 18, Gandhi sailed to London to study law. The transition was tough. The young Indian struggled to adapt to Western life. Still, he earned his degree and returned to India in 1891, only to be met with heartbreaking news his mother had died just before his arrival. Starting his law career proved challenging. In his first case, Gandhi froze during cross-examination. Embarrassed, he refunded his client and fled the courtroom. Gandhi's faith and beliefs. From childhood, Gandhi's life was rooted in faith. His family worshipped Vishnu and followed the principles of Jainism, a path of nonviolence, fasting, meditation, and vegetarianism. While in London, Gandhi's spiritual curiosity grew. He deepened his commitment to vegetarianism, joined the London Vegetarian Society, and explored religious teachings from around the world. Later, in South Africa, his spirituality transformed. "The religious spirit within me became a living force," he wrote. He immersed himself in Hindu scriptures, embraced simplicity, practiced fasting and celibacy, and rejected material possessions. Struggling to build a legal career in India, Gandhi accepted a one-year contract in South Africa. In April 1893, he arrived in Durban and was immediately confronted by the harsh reality of racism. At a local courtroom, Gandhi was told to remove his turban, a symbol of his identity. He refused and walked out. The local press mocked him as an unwelcome visitor, but this was only the beginning. What happened next would ignite a fire in Gandhi's heart, a fire that would burn for justice and reshape history. Sometimes it only takes a single moment to change the course of history. For Mahatma Gandhi, that moment came on a cold night in 1893. It was June 7th. Gandhi was on a train to Pretoria. He held a first-class ticket, but a white passenger objected to his presence. Gandhi refused to move. Moments later, he was thrown off the train at Pietermaritzburg station into the cold night. Sitting alone on that platform, Gandhi made a decision, one that would change his life and the fate of millions. He vowed, "I will fight this injustice. I will not run from it, no matter the cost." From that day forward, Gandhi became a powerful voice for civil rights. In 1894, he founded the Natal Indian Congress, standing against discrimination. He planned to return to India, but fate had other plans. Just as he was preparing to leave, a new bill threatened to strip Indians of their voting rights. Gandhi stayed. Though the law passed, his fight drew international attention. In 1906, Gandhi launched his first mass civil disobedience campaign. He called it Satyagraha, meaning truth and firmness. The trigger were new laws in Transvaal, refusing to recognize Hindu marriages and curbing Indian rights. The resistance grew. By 1913, hundreds of Indians, Gandhi included, were imprisoned, but the pressure worked. The government gave in, recognizing Hindu marriages and abolishing a hated poll tax. In 1914, Gandhi left South Africa for good. General Jan Christian Smuts remarked, "The saint has left our shores. I sincerely hope forever." During World War I, Gandhi spent several months in London. By 1915, he was back in India, founding an ashram in Ahmedabad. It was open to all castes. There, Gandhi adopted the life of a simple man: a loincloth, a shawl, a life of prayer, fasting, and meditation. The people began to call him Mahatma, the great soul. By 1919, British rule remained strong. But Gandhi had reached a breaking point. The Rowlatt Act allowed imprisonment without trial. Gandhi answered with satyagraha, peaceful protests and strikes. But tragedy struck. On April 13, 1919, at Amritsar, British troops opened fire on unarmed protesters. 400 lives lost. The world was horrified. Gandhi's response? He renounced all allegiance to the British Empire. He returned the medals he'd once earned for service in South Africa. And he stood firmly against British conscription of Indians. Now a leader of the Home Rule movement, Gandhi inspired a nation. He called for massive boycotts, officials resigning from their posts, students leaving British-run schools, soldiers stepping down, citizens refusing to pay taxes or buy British goods. But Gandhi also led by example. He spun his own cloth on a portable spinning wheel, a powerful symbol of Indian independence and self-reliance. One man, one dream, one unstoppable force for peace in a world drowning in violence. This is the story of Mahatma Gandhi's final fight, a journey of courage, sacrifice, and the unshakable power of nonviolence. In 1922, British authorities arrested Gandhi on charges of sedition. He didn't resist. He pled guilty willingly. Sentenced to 6 years, Gandhi served only 2, released early after a dangerous appendicitis surgery. But when he emerged, he saw a broken nation. Hindus and Muslims, once united, were turning against each other. Gandhi did what he knew best. He fasted. A 3-week hunger strike, a call for peace and unity. For the rest of the 1920s, Gandhi stepped back, watching, waiting, preparing for the next battle. 1930, the British Salt Acts crushed India's poor. No Indian could legally make or sell salt, an essential part of daily life. Gandhi had seen enough. He planned a bold new satyagraha, a peaceful rebellion. 390 kilometers, 240 miles, a march to the Arabian Sea to make salt and make history. "My ambition is to convert the British through nonviolence," Gandhi wrote to Lord Irwin. Dressed in spun cloth, sandals on his feet, and a simple walking stick in hand, March 12, 1930, Gandhi set out from Sabarmati. At first, just a few walked with him, but as the days passed, thousands joined. The nation was waking up. On day 24, Gandhi reached Dandi. There, in defiance of British law, he made salt from the sea. The world watched. The empire trembled. 60,000 Indians arrested. Gandhi, too. But the message was clear. India would not be silenced. That year, Time magazine named him Man of the Year. Released in 1931, Gandhi struck a deal, thousands of prisoners freed. Though the SALT Acts remained, a spark had been lit. Back in India, Gandhi faced new injustice. The British now planned to segregate the untouchables, India's lowest caste. From prison, Gandhi launched another fight, a 6-day hunger strike, risking death to stop this division. The nation rose in protest. The British backed down. By 1934, Gandhi handed political leadership to Jawaharlal Nehru. He turned to the villages, to education, poverty, and the soul of rural India. 1942, the world was at war, but in India, the real battle was for freedom. Gandhi launched the Quit India movement, demanding Britain's immediate withdrawal. The British struck back hard. Gandhi, his wife, Congress leaders, all imprisoned in Aga Khan Palace. From his cell, Gandhi's health declined. After 19 months, frail and weak, he was released in 1944. But the tide had turned. Britain's government changed. Talks of independence began. Yet Gandhi's greatest hope, a unified India, slipped away. Partition loomed. India and Pakistan. Violence erupted. Bloodshed across the land. Gandhi traveled tirelessly, pleading for peace, fasting for unity. Some saw him as a traitor for defending Muslim lives. But Gandhi stood firm, always for peace. Behind the icon was a man, a husband and father. At 13, Gandhi married Kasturba, a lifelong partner in his journey. They endured hardships together, raising 4 sons through turbulent times. In 1944, Kasturba passed away in Gandhi's bottoms, his heart broken. January 30th, 1948. At 78, Gandhi's body was frail, weakened from countless fasts. That afternoon, he walked through the garden at Birla House, supported by his 2 grandnieces. Suddenly, a man approached, Nathuram Godse, pretending respect, then pulling a pistol. 3 shots. Gandhi fell. His last words? "Hey Ram." The world mourned. Godse and his accomplice were later executed. But Gandhi's message could not be silenced. Even in death, Gandhi's spirit lives on. His Satyagraha philosophy inspired movements worldwide. Martin Luther King in America, Nelson Mandela in South Africa, and countless others. Gandhi's life, one of simplicity, sacrifice, and relentless nonviolence, remains a beacon of hope for all who fight oppression today. One man, one truth, an eternal legacy. If this story moved you, share it. Subscribe for more stories of courage and history, because the lessons of the past are the light of our future.